Hey, hello, hello. Infantry Hawk here with King's Bounty, The Legend, Part 2. Now you might be asking, wasn't Part 1 posted? Well, you probably weren't asking because this has like 300 views in 2 years. But you might be wondering if you've seen the original, why was that one posted in 2015? And indeed, it has been 2 years since I posted a piece to this. I did actually record 3 hours previously, but I use Fraps and VideoPad, great programs in themselves, and it turned out layering sound, game sound, and balancing it with your voice sound was a pain in the ass. So I decided to not do that because at the time I was a junior in college, and I had no time. I work full time now, which you'd think I still have no time, but only 8 hours a day of work compared to the probably 14 a day I put into college. I'm rolling in free time. And you know what? I actually beat this game in the last 2 years several times. I beat the sequel, I beat this one on Impossible. So I figured to hell with it. You know, I know a lot more about it now. I know a lot more about tactics. It would be fun to finish this. Also, the audio quality, I have found a Turtle Beach at a garage sale. So, yeah. Anyway, so 2 years ago inside that cave we slayed the dragon. And now, he's probably wondering why we were in there for 2 years. We've rescued the dummy princess from the dragon. And a nice quirk about King's Bounty is a lot of items have use. A lot of random stuff can just happen. In this case, if we use the dummy, we can write our name on it with a dagger. So, a little random piece there. At the same time, there's an inscription on the dummy. Iron Richard did the same thing when he was younger. Alright, anyway, we've saved the princess. I guess her remains anyway. Anyway, here they are. Fine. I hope the dragon made you a run a lot, Christian Tyler. Give me the dummy. It needs to be saved a couple more times today. So, what's next? Next test is more difficult. In this one, we're going to fight a necromancer. And so there's scrolls on the ground here. I reviewed the last video I made 2 years ago. I ended up dumping the 3 hours because I didn't want to edit it. And so this is actually just a restarted game. I figured we were 10 minutes in, so what's the harm? I reviewed the last one, so I kind of know what I said a little bit 2 years ago. But the way spells work are, here's our spell book. As you can see, spells like this are learned spells. They can be used unlimited amount of times. And these ones are scrolls, so they're one-time use, they're worth money, but they can also be learned as well to become a spell you can cast unlimited times. Looks like that, and we got a flag back here. This is like the 5th time I've tried to record this night. First time recording in 2 years, you kind of forget some things, so I screwed up several times in a row. But you know what? I'm actually really excited to play this game, so... Ah, the necromancer. So I see another brave warrior approaches who wishes to separate me from life. But you will choose the way of darkness, or you will die. Now, in this one, we can pull a full-on Darth Vader and just be like, Master, I wish to go the way of darkness. But then he calls you a coward and attacks you anyway. So we might as well, you know, go the true Paladin line, which is exclusive to the Paladin class. Alright, so here's our enemy. And this will be more so what the battles are like in the rest of the game. Will be multiple armies versus multiple armies. Fighting one dragon like that, it's very unusual. So our enemy here, you must kill this cruel necromancer to pass the test. First mini-boss in the game, first enemy hero that is. Go ahead and grab the chest here. And a little bit of gold, not too much. Now, undead are actually really unique units in this game. We, as you can see here, our army is entirely human. There's also elves, dwarves, demons. I think I'm missing one more. Animals, I guess. There might be another one as well. But undead actually have just so many unique things about them. Their attack doubles at night. They also take double damage from holy units, such as priests. And I think the biggest threat is probably, hard to say, but maybe those skeletons. So I'll hit them there. Healing spells, whether your own or enemy healing spells, also, instead of healing undead, damage them. So we're going to use healing as an offensive spell and kill some of that skeletons there. Go move my archer up one and use a freezing spell with his arrows down on this skeleton to slow him down. And oh boy, he's going to use an offensive spell. That almost killed all our peasants. We have one left. Alright, that is the most worthless unit in the game right there, one peasant. So the way this is generally going to work is we're going to try and get our tanky units with lots of health, lots of armor. The knight and the horseman basically up front, and then shoot from the back with the archers. That's how most battles will go. This one, it doesn't really matter because we have so few ranged units here. The archer and priest, there's only 3 of each. They're barely going to do any damage. Our whole performance is going to be in this horseman and this knight. And now that's the second turn. I'm going to just go and charge him headlong straight in. I'm going to move these guys back because these skeletons are actually getting pretty close. I'll go ahead and hit them with a healing spell again. And then hit them with the priest as well. There's a chance I can finish them. Not going to happen though. I'll move back my archer. Now, arrows are actually physical damage, and since skeletons are made of bone, they only suffer 30% of the damage they should from arrows. So, unfortunately, archers aren't going to really do shit. And another offensive spell. That's fantastic. That just killed every last one of the priests. Usually he casts slow. What the hell is this? Anyway, the cavalry are just wrecking house out there. As you can see, when he got hit a second time by these spiders right here, he didn't retaliate, and that's because when a unit is hit once in a turn, it will fight back, but if it's hit twice, it won't swing. As you can see, our knights are going swing back. But if he were hit again in this turn by, say, these skeletons, he would just take it. And so that's one strategy, is you can gang up on much stronger units and just kind of peck them down. I think I'll take out these spiders from here. Probably the easiest start, at least. And then hopefully the skeleton will attack one of my guys. And then from there we can wipe him out like that. I'm just hoping he doesn't use another offensive spell when it becomes his turn here. And, oh geez, he is. He's going to kill our last peasant as well. So I guess we're down to 3 units now. I can't believe he used 3 offensive spells in a row. That's ridiculous. At least it wasn't our knights. These 2 are going to save us through the tutorial. Alright, that's quite a bit of experience. So I'll try and chop out loading screens there. That one wasn't terribly long. I'll probably chop it out, but it'll save us a little bit of time. I want to do minimal editing. As I said, I don't like just how long it took to link all the sound. You know, I was having trouble with it. My computer's been out for 6 months as well. I don't have the RAM, so I'm going to do some editing. I'll try and cut it down to make the video smooth at least, but not extensive. You know, I much more prefer to play the game and record these than actually, edit them. So this book also has a use option, and I think it's the only item in the game actually where the use option does nothing. It's very interesting. Normally, if it doesn't have a use, you'll see like that, it'll say drop instead, or just nothing there. So we're going to turn in the book. And he asks us if we saw anything unusual. And King's Bounty veterans, or players who have come through before, will notice that all priests actually have glowing blue eyes. That necromancer, quote-unquote, we killed, had blue eyes. He was actually a priest. Actually, it was not a necromancer at all. It was Father Wilhelm, one of the temple's priors, who kindly agreed to play the role of the necromancer in the test. He's aged naturally, and his spells don't work well with the undead. Point is, undead creatures under his command take penalties. Does this mean I killed Father Wilhelm? Somehow, no. You know, I stabbed all his troops and stuff, and he disappeared. But he's fine. He's waiting for the next student. Alright, so there's the book. And the final test. This one is going to be digging. So he's asking us to find a piece of armor in the catacombs that's buried in there. And this is the first part of the tutorial where we can really find stuff that we can keep and use later on. There's not a whole bunch of good stuff in here, but I found one already. Whenever we see that, it means there's a chest, so I can hold D to dig it up. And this one's a cartwheel. So that's our shield, is a cartwheel now with a training sword. We are ready for combat. Let's see, I can actually go through there, surprising. Alright, so there's quite a few enemies in this cave. I'll take them out because experience is experience. Empty, interesting. This game is actually quite randomized, where I think the cartwheel is there every time, but a lot of chests, rewards, and even monsters outside the tutorial are different every single playthrough. Not all of them, but a lot. So even though I've played through this game multiple times, I even don't know what's coming. Now let's see here. As we're gonna, oh, another one. An Iron Tooth. That's probably Iron Richard's Iron Tooth. I'm going to level up our tree here a bit. We have these talent runes, which we can put into, you know, this is your standard RPG skill tree. And so I'm just going to do a couple of them here. Scouting will let us know exactly what we're going to fight against if we right-click an enemy. And meditation is, yeah, that's pretty worthless. 30% to mana speed, restore speed on the map. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take these ones out. Now, unfortunately, this is going to go a bit slower due to the fact that we're down to 3 units because Father William went absolutely ham on everything we had. I'm going to go ahead and use a spell on the spider. The enemy can't use spells in this match because they don't have an enemy leader. Upper right-hand corner is empty. These are actually a new unit that we haven't seen before yet. These are Thorn Hunters, I believe. Either Thorn Hunters or Warriors. They're a ranged unit, but they're basically peasants in their stats. Pretty easy to kill. So I'm going to get right up close and personal. Take them out so they can't hit the archers or anything. And it looks like the spiders are going to just turn around for the kill there. That's fine. For anyone who's played Armored Princess, Poison and Fire are nowhere near as effective in this game, so I don't really have to worry that my knights are poisoned. I'm hoping this spider comes from my knights and not my horsemen. Alright, knights already retaliated, so we're going to have to go into the next turn here. Gonna heal him just for fun. You know, the game is over no matter what, basically, this turn, but... And he survives the hit. There's 6 of them. Looks like he's going to have to fight back. The archers won't be able to finish that. Gonna get the knight right next to it. Either one he attacks, he's dead. It doesn't matter. Oh, he's going to put a web. Oh, God. It makes me look like an idiot for saying it's over no matter what. Putting a web on a horseman is generally a good strategy, but when you're the last spider left, maybe not the best. Alright, maybe there's something up here we can dig up. Doesn't look like it. So I believe there's 3 spiders in this cave, and after this cave, the tutorial's over and we'll be able to proceed into the main game. This part is, you know, pretty boring going against spiders for 15 minutes here. Oh, we'll just take this one out. Ooh, so these spawn every so often. They do various things. Sometimes they attack you, heal you. I'm just going to take it out, because it's another variable I can't control. I know I can do this without losses if that's not there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and freeze up these ones. I mean, not that it really matters. They're not going to make it out here, and even then, my knights will be able to catch them. I probably... Okay, we can attack these ones from here. Now, horsemen actually do more damage the farther they run in a straight line. That doesn't really matter here because they do enough damage to take out whatever hits them anyway, but... Alright, worthless 1 arrow to kill 1 spider. Go move up the knights and hope they pile on. And so those ones are probably dead. And of course, he can't retaliate twice in a turn, so these next spiders are going to get a free hit off on him. Or just not hit him at all. Alright, we're going to go ahead and end it. Alright, again, he survives. Archers can't finish it, too many of them, but the knights can for sure. Knights are a beefy unit, and we won't have them once we leave the tutorial, unfortunately. Same thing with the horsemen. On the other hand, they will revive our peasants and our priests for us, and we gotta keep the archers. So, that's not all bad. I'm just going to look for some more chests before I fight this guy. Blast spell? Okay, that's a pretty good scroll. And I can't find the main one I need for the main quest here. Apparently that spider's no longer interested in fighting us. There we go. Thorn hunters. I'm just going to send the cavalry straight in. This should be pretty simple, honestly. I don't even know why. I'll just attack the thorn hunters. They're the only one that has a chance to do any damage here. They could hit my archers for minimal damage and maybe kill one if they got a critical. I don't know. Probably not. They only did an 8 there, but a horseman's armor is also... more than twice the bowman's, so but I'm going to take them out nonetheless. And then that spider should attack the horseman, and it should be over from here, I believe. I'm not even going to move my knights. I'll just put them in defensive stance. And, oh wow, alright. I guess he lives to die another day. I forget I only have 6 horsemen there. Not as high of attack as they should be. In the original episode, the green dragon... The green dragon in the beginning there went after our peasants. In this one, it went after the horsemen. That's why we're so much lower than episode 1. Alright, I just have to find one more stream of light. Which, maybe I grabbed it? No, I didn't grab it. Okay, I know there are more treasures in here. There's, in fact, 2 boots, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is just ridiculous. Wouldn't that be something if it was glitched out? I'd be kind of mad. You know, I've had to re-record so many. I recorded an entire hour today before realizing my microphone wasn't on. Oh, there's something. And we got that is Iron Richard's boot. I would like boots for me, but I'm not seeing any. That sucks. One extra defense actually would be pretty nice in the beginning of the game here. Oh well. I'm not going to search forever for it. It's a boot. In the other hand, we can take the 100 gold he has stored in the boot out of it. And now we turn in our boot. I think I found what you needed. By the way, what is this strange luminescence I saw above the buried chest? Wow, the boot. So that's where I put the damn chest. I've been looking for it for a whole month and could never find it. It's been rusted through for a long time. A luminescence, you say? That's your gift revealing itself. It's a pretty rare gift. Humans with such gifts are able to find secrets hidden in the ground. Treasures, for example. So I passed the test. Yes, you passed. I had some money hidden in the heel. Have you seen it? Oh, I forgot. Here's all 100 coins, safe and sound. So apparently, he specifically counted out 100 coins to put in the boot, and then I specifically counted there were 100 coins in the boot. Also, how do you fit 100 coins in a boot? Honesty is one of the highest virtues, and to lie and covet only increases the burden of those sins lying in every man's soul. I will never understand the intricacies of warriors of light, honor, faith, all those stupid vows. Anyway, such honesty is worthy of reward. Here are 50 coins. They're yours, and you deserve them. Yes, let's consider everything in the right order. And that last bit we did, where we said that part, that's actually a paladin exclusive line. They have several lines in this game that are exclusive to your class. Or at least to paladins. I don't know about mages and warriors. Yes, let's consider everything in the right order. Rescuing of the princess. Not bad, but dragon hunting. Not your strong point. We'll see about that later in the game, Iron Richard. You could become an evil spirit slayer. You passed the test, so that's good. But there's one more thing. The last test you passed brilliantly. I think you could become a fine treasure searcher. To tell the truth, it's been a long time since I've seen a student had such potential for being a good treasure searcher. Besides, with your gift of seeing treasures, the gift should serve the benefit of the Darien Crown. And at this point, a lot of people mix this part up of the game and think they did something wrong in the test, but this is the only result you can possibly get. Don't worry, your life will be full of 1,000 times more interesting and dangerous things than you've imagined. Or than you've dreamed. Wow, am I even reading this, or am I making it up as I go? You'll explore deep caves, high mountains, faraway countries. Probably all Andoria will know your name, Christian Tyler. In reality, all Andoria will know Bill Gilbert's name, because he's the only one that makes it to the sequel. I keep saying sequel as if there's only one. There's like 5. In the name of the Council of Mentors of the Knight School of Darien, Iron Richard proclaim you to be a full knight. Be honest and fair, carry the title with pride and dignity. And he's recommending us to the king. Yeah, I skip a lot of words. I worked in newspapers for a while. Deadwood is not something I'm big on. So, and it saves a lot of time to not have to read all that. As long as we get the same meaning, it's fine with me. Alright, different items this time. I had a really good run last time when my mic was off, unfortunately. I was finding all sorts of good items and units. Young man, I am the King of Darien, Mark Leonard II. I was informed that you are the youth who's applying to be our official treasure searcher. What are your qualifications? Reference letters from the night school, you say? You're a better candidate for the position of court jester. A bowl in your head and a wheel in your hands. How amusing. And the funny thing about that is this game has so many little parts in that are just so many intricacies that you could easily miss. And I mean, it gets less as the game goes on. But still, something like that, that line never comes up if you didn't find the cartwheel and the clay bowl and equip them. It's just, I find it fascinating. And it's really funny because the sequels are just all reused assets. It's amazing how lazy they were with the sequels, and it's amazing how much they actually put into this original game. Anyway, so he recognizes us from our recommendation letter. Iron Richard told me about quite a talented and promising young man. So it's decided, of my royal will, I, King of Darien, Mark Leonard II, do declare you the knight by the name Christian Tyler to be my royal treasure searcher. I'm happy to serve you, Your Majesty. Our leadership also just went up 100 points for a new rank. And now you're to take on your first task immediately. We shall see if you can manage to find our missing Plugens, or Plungens, as I accidentally read it when my mic wasn't on, thankfully. Recently, the tax collector was robbed as he was bringing some Plugens to the castle. The crime was committed by a robbers gang on the eastern road. The robbers escaped, and the guards who were sent to chase them collected only a small part of what was stolen. Recover the rest of the loss, and punish the robbers. Alright, we got it. To clarify what Plugens are, this is a long read, so I'm just going to go through it. It's a complicated version of a tax system. Alright, so we are at the main castle here. This is the main overworld. If we go far enough out like this, we'll see loading barriers to other parts of the overworld. It's actually quite a large map, for 2008 at least. These castles or this one's actually a church, but it's treated as a castle in game. They have troops you can recruit, spells you can buy, items, people you can talk to. So a lot going on here. This one, and this is the main one, we have the king, and then his daughter, Princess Amelie, I think is how it's pronounced. They say it out loud in the sequel. She's actually the protagonist of Armored Princess, which is the immediate sequel after this for the guy. Alright, so we're going to head out here, and the first quest is beating some robbers, but I'm going to avoid that for now. I'm going to try and avoid fighting for now as well. I'd like to get a little more powered up before I go too far into this. Alright, this is an easy part though. These thorns are incredibly weak. I should be able to take them on even right now. I want to see what rewards there are for killing them though. It looks like there's some gold for sure. Some crystals. That was the frustrating thing last game. I was finding nothing but magical crystals. Alright, you know, I don't have anyone in my 5th army slot. Oh, there's some Plugens. I don't have to take these guys out right now either. But at the same time, I'm trying to level up, so I should do it. So this is our first non-tutorial battle. It's going to be against a bunch of Thorns. These are some new ones. These are the Thorn Warriors. They're the melee variant of Thorns. I'm going to try and focus my fire at this moment in time on the Archers, because they're going to be the ones that will hit me immediately. I'm going to try and get my ranged units behind here. That should hopefully eliminate them. Not even close. Alright. 8 Thorns actually could do some damage, so I'm going to wait for them to come to me. Peasants are kind of worthless, but they get a big hit if you hit first. And it is very advantageous in this game to be the one who hits first, because if you had 5 archers and you were hit by something, and 10 archers and you were hit by something, it kills 5 of your archers, your counterattack's only going to be the strength of 5 archers. Or if you had attacked first, it would have been the strength of 10. So that's why we're going to play defensively, and we're going to wait for these guys to come up to us. They can only move 3, and attacking counts as 1 move. So that's why I knew they were perfectly positioned there. This one I'm going to take out, because this one should be able to be easily overwhelmed by the swordsman here. I'm not even going to have the archers focus on this. I'm going to shoot at that ranger, because he's still full health. I have a healing spell as well, but there's no real need to use it right now. No one's really injured. I'm going to have the peasants wipe these guys out. 59, not bad. That's even half a stack. I could control twice that many, so theoretically I could have hit 108, which is quite good. Here come the rangers, which, ooh, that killed 2 peasants right there. That's why I try and take out the rangers first. This one's going after the archers. He won't succeed. Just one of them was no threat. Now, one thing that's interesting about Thorns, I'm not sure if we'll see it in this one right here, but they can actually use their spell on a dead body on the field to turn it into more Thorns. And so just when you think you have them all wiped out, more of them come in. None of these are even strong enough to attack right now. There's so few of them, I'm just going to throw my units right in the fray. Which, they're still going for the peasants. 2 health left on those peasants. Hopefully these guys don't shoot at them. They're going to hit at him. Strikes a critical of a 2. So I guess 1 would have been the standard hit there. Alright, we should be able to finish this without them being able to revive anything. And one last one. There we go, we won the first battle with 0 casualties. And a little bit of experience. Oh, I take it back, we lost 2 peasants. Alright, so I think I picked up everything back here already. Yeah, it looks like it. There's a bear back here. Guarding a crystal, I guess. Bears are pretty OP, so I'm going to avoid him. Going to get a quest from Elder... Oh, man, what the hell is that? Evtid. Elder Evtid. So he's gloomy, and that's because people keep coming to him to help. Help, Evtid. Relieve us, Evtid. Your name is really hard to pronounce, Evtid, is what they're saying in this paragraph here. So I say predatory plants. That sounds interesting. I'll go figure it out. There's some right there. And then this lady as well. They're all over her garden. Oh man, these were both flags in the last one. Flags increase your leadership so you can lead more guys. This quest is actually ridiculous. It's timed at 3 days, and due to the fact that it's actually a pretty hard mini-boss, I'm not going to touch it for now. Alright, so anyway, we're going to offer to help this lady clear her garden of these evil thorns. it'll get us a little bit of bonus XP. And I want that chest before them, so I'm just going to send my swordsman straight up. Again, I'm focusing on the ranged units here because I don't have a lot of oomph for melee units. I guess I can send in the peasants as a backup. And of course they get hit. There we go. This one just used a revive ability here. And out comes some new thorns. But they can only use it once, thankfully. And yikes, 19. How many was that? Looks like I killed 6, so that was only 8 of them. Gotta be careful. I'm gonna go ahead and blast these back ones, because they're also at 7, so they could do a bit of damage. I'm gonna hit and kill these front ones, because I'm gonna move the peasant here to do some fighting. I don't want to lose any if possible. There we go. Looks like he's gonna fire at our priest. And I mean the archers can handle themselves. They're better range, but and we're just gonna have these guys deal with this unit since it's so close to them. Critical of 53. All right, and I think that leaves just this one. Easy enough. All right, and we're just one battle away. Here comes the level up. So once again, same strategy. Gonna focus on the range units first. There's quite a few more in this one, so that's actually kind of concerning the way they're stacked. These guys are going to be able to do a pretty fair amount of damage. We could actually lose a swordsman or another unit here if these thorn warriors get any closer. So I'm once again going to play it defensively. Which might not have been a bad or good idea. They're hitting the peasants, and we definitely just lost one. Alright. Could be worse. You know, I mean, peasants are fodder. Let's be honest. In every Heroes of Might and Magic game, they always have been. I'm going to go ahead and remove this one. Going to back up my archers. And, alright, I'm going to actually have to split this up here. The peasants are going to have to attack there, and the swordsmen are going to have to attack there, because peasants can only move 2. Swordsman's the only one that can reach this guy and stop him from getting our range units and doing some damage. Which he actually probably could have done some damage to our range units if we hadn't hit him first. I'm just crossing my fingers that the peasants get a max hit, which they did not. Hey. Yeah, we just lost 3 of them. And we're probably going to lose some more when we get hit here, too. Okay, they're going after the priest, thankfully. That lightens up our load. Alright. We're just going melee with the priest at this point. They're good enough that they're dead. And that's the last one. Level 2. Not bad. Good amount of peasant losses in this one. Leadership, of course, allows us to lead new units. 100 leadership right now is huge. That would increase us from 300 to 400. We'd be able to lead, I think, 8 archers, 8 priests. But I'm going to go with intellect because 1 intellect's always going to be helpful. 100 leadership is going to be pretty irrelevant by the end of the game. Alright. We also got some talent runes, so we can go ahead and use those now. Which it looks like I don't have enough for anything really on that part, but I'm gonna go with let's go with learning. That gets me 10% extra experience.